All right, so Smith Mountain Lake recap. Originally, this tournament was supposed to be scheduled a lot earlier, and due to COVID and a bunch of other things, it got pushed back, but we were finally able to have it, and we just finished up. It is Monday, the tournament was on yesterday, which was Sunday, and it didn't go the exact way, we pictured it in our heads, but we still had, a pretty decent showing. And so for practice beforehand, we practiced, the week leading up to the tournament, and we pretty much were only able to find a semi-consistent topwater bite for the fish that we needed. Everything else seemed to be a little bit scattered. We had some offshore, humps and stuff like that seemed to produce some decent-sized fish, but we knew if we wanted to have a chance at qualifying / winning the tournament, the topwater bite was going to be key, because that's where we were able to consistently find those bigger bites. But the topwater bite seemed to vary day to day based on the sun and the clouds. So that was something we were a little bit worried about going into the tournament.
Yeah, we were really relying on that topwater spook bite. We had caught some really good fish on it in multiple places. The weather looked like it was supposed to be decent for it. It actually is probably better today than it was yesterday for it. But we ended up drawing boat 47 out of like 50, and the takeoff for the tournament was over an hour after daylight came. So by the time we got to our topwater spot in the morning of the tournament, we ran as fast as we could to get there, but by the time we got there, it was pretty dead. There was some shad movement. We saw a couple blow-ups, and then we did have one roll on the spook, but he didn't get the hooks. So from that point forward, it was just pure junk fishing and just running different areas and fishing them super thoroughly. And so first I'm going to talk about a bait that picked up a couple key fish for us to just get the momentum going. And that was the drop shot, and we were throwing that on a Dobyns 682. Yeah, so we were throwing it on the 682. It's a Champion XP. We had 6-pound shooter on it, and then we were throwing the Missile Baits Drop Crawl in the Natty Light color. That bait, it's picked up a lot of good fish for us, and it was good to get the momentum going with that.
Definitely. And so once we picked up those few fish, I think we had maybe 3.
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah, 3 in the box. Like we said, we were junk fishing, so we kept fishing the rest of the day, and we went to another spot, which really was not productive for us, which was kind of a bummer, because the whole entire week it'd been producing fish. And then we were able to go to one offshore hump and finally fill up the boat. And to catch those fish on that offshore hump, we knew they were higher quality fish, which is kind of why we left it for the end. We were hoping to fill up our bag and then go upgrade there. So we went there, and we fished it for maybe 15 minutes, a bunch of different baits, not even a sniff. And then I think, there we go. We got the Dubby's worm over here. So we caught both of the fish. As soon as we switched over, we were fishing the Dubby's worm on the Mojo rig on a spinning rod. I think it was the 733. Yeah, so the 733 right here, which is more of a stout rod, and especially it's got this full cork to it, and it really feels stout in your hand. And when you're throwing that Mojo rod or the Mojo rig, we're using a 3-ounce weight,
3/8 ounce,
or 3/8 ounce weight, sorry, and it's a little bit of a heavier weight, and on a spinning rod you want to have that good backbone to be able to pull those fish up. And the second we threw this out there, I got hit on my first cast. It was a fish. We upgraded, and then we got another really nice fish about 10 minutes later.
Yeah, it was not long.
Yeah, and it hit like a freight train. I mean, it absolutely pounded it. No question, it was a fish. And so that's how we ended up finishing on the day.
But then one key thing that we were trying to do, it didn't pan out for us in the tournament, but it worked in practice. And so if you watch any videos other than this for the tournament, you'll see that Daniel waxed me out there throwing the spinning rod. But I was throwing bigger baits. I was throwing the Missile Baits Destroyer a lot, and a couple of other big creature baits, especially in watermelon red, out there on a Carolina rig and on a Texas rig. And most of that was done on a Dobyns Champion XP 704. That has a lot of backbone, especially on the Carolina rig. We throw a 1/2-ounce Carolina rig, and when you set the hook and it's 150 feet from the boat and you're just swinging as hard as you can, you need that heavy action rod to get that hook set.
Definitely. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the recap. Blake and I both have YouTube channels we've just been starting recently. They don't have a lot of viewers or subscribers right now, but we've been enjoying filming everything and really bringing you guys along in the journey. So if you enjoyed this and really want to see some footage of what went on during the week, we're gonna have recap or practice videos, and we're also gonna have video of the tournament day. I wore a chesty and he had a GoPro on the back of the boat, so you get to see a lot of those fish catches. You get to hear how we were thinking mentally and all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely cool, and if you guys want to check it out, we'd appreciate it.